G'day, welcome to installment 3 on Kenny has a crack with the YZF build. Mate, I've been crook as a dog, just on these antibiotics for me bloody crook knee. So if I'm not my usual spontaneous beautiful self, please excuse me, because I am feeling a bit crook. Anyway, I'll give you a rundown of what's going on this one. More cleaning, more preparing. You know, the majority of these rebuild projects are preparation, cleaning, cleaning, and a little bit more cleaning, and then putting them all together, and then something goes wrong and you pull it back apart. Anyway, hopefully that doesn't happen on this one. So a rundown of what we're doing again. I'm going to pull that, fix up the front forks, pull all those metal pieces out of the bath and the alkaline solution that I put in a few days ago. I said I was going to leave them in overnight, but I'm being a bit sick, so they've stayed in there for a couple of days now to swim. Yeah, we're going to go through a few more things that I've picked up in the mail. Yeah, just usual of the last couple of episodes we've been doing that. Yeah, mate, and yeah, we'll clean as much as we can in the time frame, and we'll see how we go, eh? Anyway, stay tuned and get ready for the magic to happen. Oh yeah, look at this. Has to be a little Bluetooth thing. How professional am I? Eh? Righto, magic. Well, that was fantastic. I just did a whole unboxing thing that, you know, it's really huge on YouTube at the moment. And I reckon I really nailed it, but because I'm a bit of a technophobe, I took a photo, one frame of it, of me turning it on. That was it. So you missed out on all my amazing jokes, which I will not be able to repeat. Righto, so yeah, the first one, I even threw the box away. Hang on. Let's start again. I got these in the mail. Check out the cover art on the box. Straight away you know you've purchased quality, high quality earmuffs. I bought these because my work earmuffs, my Bluetooth work earmuffs died on me, so I decided while I'm on the look for cheap motorbike parts, I'll see if I can get another set of these. I'll help with the job anyway, and you know, see if I can get some on the cheap. Found these for 20 odd Australian dollars. Bluetooth noise cancelling earmuffs in the description field. I said, yep, I'll have them. I'll have them in the black and red. I turned up and they are just analog. Analog meaning they're plastic and foam with no batteries or no ear, no microphone, no speakers, no nothing. Anyway, I'm in a discussion with the seller on AliExpress at the moment about you know, false advertising and just having a whinge. And when I started the conversation, it was all going very smoothly until I said what my problem was, and then all of a sudden they forgot how to speak English. Well, that's all I can say. They forgot how to communicate in English, which they had been doing literally 60 seconds prior to me asking a particular question. Anyway, we'll just notch that one up to purchasing things that seem too good to be true. But yeah, check him out. He's having a good time, isn't he? He's having a great time. I wish I was that happy with this purchase. The second thing I got, I was all excited about, is my valve spring compressor removal technology item. Check that out. And that's what you're looking at. Basically, it's a clamp. It's a clamp which, I'll pull this one out. This is the 30mm cylinder. So this little contraption here goes onto one end of the clamp, or the vise, whatever you call it. Pretty essential for doing top end rebuilds, these things. But essentially what they do is they allow the valve spring to be compressed inside this little chamber, and because it's hollow on the sides, It allows you to get in there with a pair of pliers and remove the circlip, which secures the valve to the valve stem. So they're a very handy bit of kit. I think I literally paid $8 for it, Australian, which in American dollars that's probably 13 cents. So yeah, very, very cost effective. Comes in a beautiful case, which I will label because I'm a bit of a label OCD freak. I was talking about in my last video that I took a photo of instead of video recording this knife that I purchased. It seems that all YouTubers have a knife that they do their unboxing on, and I don't know if it's just me, but I tend to focus on the knife and not the actual product. So I thought, if anyone out there is as stupid as I am, why don't I get a deadly looking knife and then people can concentrate on the knife and say, shit, that's deadly. Anyway, yeah, I opened it up, but I don't know how to close it. Yeah. So, any of you have any idea how to close this thing without, oh, hang on. Oh, something moved then. Oh, here we go. Look at that. Check this out. Yep, she's working. Don't do this at home, kids. Oh, look at that. That wasn't hard, was it? Chucking back on the workbench tool rack. Yeah, well, let's go. Let's move on to the next. I can't even speak. Let's move on to the next task that I had prepared for this video, and which is just cleaning down those front chockies for the build. Let's have a go. Don't fail me. Yeah, right, the other job's done. Thank God for that. The old Volcano 3000 Azeto heat blaster blower. You know, it gets pretty hot. To the point where when I put the first fork on the ground, I put it upside down, and the bloody oil was that hot it ran out the bleeder valve. So most likely I've done some catastrophic damage to my fork seals, but nonetheless, as you can see from the out. Yeah, righto, so let's have a look. I'll just show you what we're dealing with here. You can see why old matey bloody well put that crappy tape on them. Yeah, not in really good shape. Which doesn't really matter too much because neither am I. But nonetheless, obviously it's more work to do. I didn't think they were going to be pristine beneath all that plastic. I didn't think they were going to be that bad. It looks like a dog has chewed on it for a couple of months. Yeah, right, okay, back to the drawing board. Well, that's not a drama. I'll just sand it back and paint it black now. I was going to leave them gold, but now obviously it's going to be black. It sort of forced me into doing something that I was going to do anyway. Can't really complain. Yeah, that was it. I ended up, my technique was just peeling them like a spud. It seemed to work all right. And you're probably thinking to me, oh my God, at the start of the video, he's using a Stanley knife to peel that stuff off. But as soon as I got the first couple of centimeters off, which is about an inch in American, I could see that all this gravel rash on these forks, and they look like absolute shit. So yeah, I decided to go nuts. Anyway, it's done for now. First part of it. Moving it right along. Oh well, I've retired the Zito cordless drill there for a bit. It's just not getting the revolutions I need, so I had to pull out the big guns. And believe it or not, this is the cheapest drill, 240 volt. This is the cheapest 240 volt drill that Bunnings sell to date. Not that means anything, because we know this whole project is not about the quality, but it's about if I can get through with the cheapest of the cheap, including tools. So yeah, the XU1, beautiful bit of kit, lovely blue in colour, very uncomfortable grip, but it's got the RPMs and it's even got a chuck. The last time I saw one of these was in my dad's drill when I was a kid 4 years ago. So anyway, I'll give it a go. I've got a sandpaper wheel. I'm gonna have to focus, you bugger. I don't want to focus, eh? Oh, here we go. I'll press something there and it worked. Yeah, well, I've got a sandpaper wheel on there at the moment. Basically, it's just cardboard now because I've given it a thrashing. But yeah, one of those disc graders. Just started, I just started giving it a bit of a, giving it a once over. It's not too bad, it's nice and straight. It's not warped. But yeah, there's just a fair bit of crap I can bring off that and try and get the pits out of it. But yeah, the other side's pretty much the same. But yeah, a bit of, it only took 65 hours of labour and 14 sandpaper wheels for my drill, but you know what, it's worth it. Anyway, I'm off to Bunnings to get some more stuff. No idea why my phone doesn't want to focus on anything. There, stay tuned. Hey guys, just got back from Super Cheap Auto. I didn't go to Bunnings this time. I had a 3-cent credit at Super Cheap, so I thought I'd better use it. A couple of things. Got a nylon wheel, basically bought it because it was red. Got another wire wheel. What else did I get? Oh, a smelly thing for my car, but that's neither here nor there. Oh, this is this is when you know that you're doing a budget build. When you buy no name WD-40 multi-purpose spray. It does water disbursement, check. Squeak stopper, check. Protectant, check. Rust preventative, and lube. You can never have too much lube. Yeah, moving along. Australian export. I've been using their stuff. Their degrees is just as good as any of that expensive crap you get from Europe, mate. And it costs like $2 a can Australian. Like, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't you? Anyway, we'll give it a go for the rest of this job. Everything else is cheap on it. Yeah, well, as you can see, hang on. I'll zoom in a bit, Let's have a look here. Righto. Probably can't see the best, but that disc grader's coming up good. I mean, for a bush basher, it's going to be fine. Get all the rust off it, knock all the ridges, and try and sort out some of the pits in there. It's not too bad. It's just a little bit of surface rust from not being used for 16 years. So we'll give it a go. Anyway, I'm going to keep going with that. Keep buggerising around for a while with my new stuff, and if you want to watch it, you're welcome to. Well, yeah, finished that one. I'm pretty happy with that, the way it turned out. I'll just bring it up close to you so you can have a look. You know, considering to what it looked like before, that's not too bad. As they say in Australia, good enough for the bush. And it saves me, well, it doesn't save me anything because I don't have any money. So I wouldn't really be saving if I bought another one because I couldn't afford it in the first place. That was quite complicated. But anyway, that's the whole idea of this build, is to try and do things yourself, get it done cheap, for an enjoyable experience when you take it out, eventually out in the sticks. So yeah, one brake rotor, reasonably clean. And look, it certainly isn't the standard that I used to keep when I was head mechanic for McLaren in the Formula One series. It wouldn't pass, but you know, seeing now that I'm basically recovering from knee surgery, and I'm not working, it's good enough, mate. Good enough. Anyway, I won't bore you to tears with me doing this on the other one, so I'll get that done, and we'll just keep cleaning, keep polishing, keep cleaning, and see what we come up with. It should turn out all right, I'm thinking. But anyway, time will tell. Cheers. G'day, welcome back to the garage. I'm going to clean these bloody front fork clamps today. Obviously you can see I've created a new substance known to man, which is dissolved grease in an alkaline solution that sticks to anodized aluminium. But the nylon wheel should do the trick. So yeah, I'll just set it up, we'll clean these, see how they turn out. I just noticed that my bloody cable holders are a little bit broken, so I'll just have to arrow dot that bugger back together. No need buying a new one from Yamaha, which probably cost me $180. Yeah, they look pretty nasty. We'll give them a clean up and see how they polish up, eh? Cheers. Yeah, check that out, the nylon brush. Bloody not too bad at all. I got rid of that unimproved NASA chemical that I created. And check out that. It's pretty snazzy for a once over. Good enough for the bush. Another thing I noticed when I was doing it, as you can see there, I don't know whether that's factory or not, I haven't seen that before, but you can see it says YZF450. I doubt the records that I got it off, or the reputable backyard salesman did that to distinguish between other parts, but anyway, that's pretty interesting. It's pretty cool. There's a few bits I got to get in there. I'll just use my little Wish Dremel replica that I bought, get in there and clean them out. I'll probably give them a bit of a clean out because I found in the past they're filthy. It's a bastard trying to get your forks up in them, and plus it'll scratch your forks if they've got, you know, burrs and whatnot. But yeah, not too bad, pretty happy with that. I've got a polishing chemical there and a softer wheel that I might give a once over, just to I don't know, for shits and giggles basically. But yeah, that's good enough for me. Obviously we're sitting like that. Yeah, we're sitting like that. Are we sitting like that? Got another blank. Yes, of course. That being the bottom. Doesn't really matter about under there. I could probably leave that, but I won't. Because I am a master builder. Yeah, righto. So yeah, that's good. That's the bottom done. Bearing seal's a bit how you going, but we'll fix that. Yeah, alright, I'll move on to the next one. Yeah, well there we go. That didn't take long at all. A couple of little bits there that I've got to get to with the smaller Dremel, but look at that. The nylon brush wheel really, I'm really impressed with it. Haven't used one of them before. I feel a bit stupid. I should have used them years ago. But I mean, it makes sense. I mean, it's cast aluminium. It's a softer metal than steel, and the nylon brush wheel tends to be the right strength and coarseness to do the same thing that a wire wheel would do with steel, to get rust and swarf and burrs and stuff off metal. But yeah, really impressed with that. That's come up a treat. You know, you can still see a lot of fine lines, and again, that's an indication of how soft aluminium is. It does scratch up pretty easily. So yeah, I've got the buffer wheel. I'll chuck a bit of aluminium polish that I got from Funnings. We'll have a go in there, and we'll clean them up and see what it comes up with. I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to paint these black. It's sort of be a shame to do that now, because actually they look quite nice when they've when they're polished up. We'll see. We'll have a go. Again, I'll probably leave that bit there because it's actually on the underside, so it doesn't really matter. No one's going to see that. But yeah, it looks pretty good. Don't have many complaints. We'll keep moving along. Well, there you go. I had a bit of a polish. Don't know whether you could tell from the time lapse, but I nicked a scalp out of my mum-in-law's laundry, Shez. Hope you're not watching this, Shez, but yeah, I will replace it. And I've got a finer polishing pad that I had from something else. I give that a bit of a go with this polishing solution I got from Funnings. I think it's German. Straight away means it's high quality. Yes, it is. We guarantee quality. It was expensive, considering the money I've been spending on this bike. To put it into some perspective, it was a third of the price of the piston for one of them. So we're talking big dollars, about $12 a tube. Anyway, so yeah, I use this to get it on there, have a bit of a play with the polishing compound, because obviously a high speed polishing wheel will just flick it off essentially and does nothing. I didn't realise that after 10 minutes into doing it. My brain memory function kicked in and I realised I was an idiot. So anyway, yeah, so I got a bit of that in this time with the polishing pad. Tried to scuff up the surface, get that polish in those pores there a little bit, and then finished her off with the U-Butte polishing wheel, and bugger me dead. Check her out. She's looking pretty bloody swanky. That's not too bad, eh? You know, that comes up good, mate. I'm pretty happy with that. I think anyone would be. You know, she's a dirt bike. It's going to have crap all over it, and oil and dust and rubbish. But yeah, to put a bike back together, all you need is a couple of cheap parts from your local hardware store, half a brain and a bit of desire, and you know, like you can get your parts looking pretty good without spending a fortune. I mean, that's the whole name of the game for this build, is getting it looking half decent without breaking the bank. No, I mean, the bank's already broken, but without adding to life stresses, I guess. Yeah, look at that. Comes up pretty good, nice and shiny, like I bought one. So what I'll do is I'll do the same to the lower section of the fork clamps with the polishing wheel and the polishing solution, and put it back together, and Bob's your uncle, mate. Alright, well, I'm happy enough for now with this. Let's take the bottom of the fork clamps out of the vise. I did notice that the bottom clamps from factory are a different finish. I don't know if you can see that. They seem to be a different finish than the top clamps, and it makes sense too, because these are mostly hidden by plastics, cables and hoses. So why would you make a product from the factory which takes longer to finish, such as the top, you know, and literally no one's going to see it. So yeah, I'm not going to go all out and try and bring it up to that that level. I'm just going to leave it as is. Yeah, I've got the muck off it, and I've given it a bit of a scrub, and it looks pretty good. Can't be too displeased with that. So yeah, she's a ripper. She's a bloody ripper. It's going to look awesome. You know, and worst case, when I do burn a hole through the piston, at least me mates in front of me will be able to look back and know where I am, because it's nice and shiny. So yeah, there's a plus in everything you do. I might have a go at the swing arm next and see if I can do some damage to it. I'm going to start with the underside first. If I make any muck-ups, which I don't think I will, you won't see it. Well, that come up all right. You can see, I don't know whether you can see, but from factory, this section here, which is basically where the rear wheel sits, is it's coarser in finish than the actual swing arm itself. It's like at a very fine level, it's like a dimply finish. Just hasn't been sanded or polished down to this level. So yeah, just the nylon brush seemed to do a real good job on it. Actually knocked some of those dimples down. I didn't expect it would do that. And it's actually come up a little bit smoother, which I'm pretty happy with. That's not so bad. I didn't really want to concentrate on that area, just wanted to get the dirt, the stains off it. So now I'm going to bring out the Volcano 3000 and get these old stickers off, so I can give that a nice polish and let me bloody rip them, mate. Well, Jesus bloody Christ. That's hot. Yeah, well, this just in. Factory Yamaha stickers were actually used on the space shuttle as a heat shield for re-entry into the atmosphere. I've just found out. The Volcano 3000 Azeto was put to the test. I had to put it on hot magma mode and literally liquefy the aluminium swing arm to get the bastards off. Not a job that is enjoyable, to say the least. There's 20 minutes of my life I'll never get back. Anyway, I'll stop having a whinge, mate. Here we go. I can't even pick the bastard up, it's that hot. But probably out of plumb now. Anyway, it looks alright. If it looks alright, it's alright. We're going to go ahead now on these finer surfaces. Just going to give them a good buff up, mate. Get all the shit off it. Make it look pretty. And yeah, we'll be ready to rock and roll. Yeah, well, there you go. I've only done a couple of rounds with the polish on the scout pad and the polishing wheel, and it looks pretty good. I mean, I don't want to see my face in it. I don't want a mirror finish. Not because it's not cool or anything like that. I just don't like seeing my face in any mirror, to be quite honest. But you know, when you start mirror polishing aluminium, then you're taking it out in the bush and you're running over rocks and through sticks and bloody termite hills and hitting iron barks and all that sort of bullshit. It's gonna you'll be doing this every second weekend. So let's just get it looking nice. When I get those, I think you might remember, I purchased some plastic swing arm guards from AliExpress. So when I get them and they don't fit, I'll have 300 zip ties trying to keep the thing on there and it'll look ridiculous. But that should protect that. Should protect that swing arm surface a little bit, I'm hoping. yeah, well, I mean, there's still a bit of work to do yet on the inside, but I won't bore you shitless doing that. But I'm going to have to pull up stumps for a little while because I'll just show you. My knee's blown up. Oh, shit, sorry. My knee that I'm supposed to be elevating and being kind to has blown up. So that's not good. And it's a little bit painful. All righto, so this is, I'm signing out of the Garagi until I reduce swelling at my knee and I'll get back into her. But yeah, that's what you can achieve with a bit of elbow grease, half a clue, and a lot of spare time. You can make your parts look, you know, bloody reasonably good, mate. Well, good enough for me anyway on this bush basher. It's probably a little bit too shiny, to be honest, but it's good fun all the same. And you know, you're putting work into it. And another thing that I will tell you blokes and ladies, if you're watching this channel, you know, I've got all of 3 subscribers, so you know, I am capturing a lot of the market with those subscribers. But if you have a good look at your items when you are doing up an old bike, you'll see, it'll tell you a story, just like anything. You know, nicks out of the alloy. When I was doing that before, I can't bloody find it now, but I could see where the chain has flown off once. You can see here in particular where the chain slider goes with these little holes here. Anyway, I'll stop moving the camera around so you don't feel seasick. I'll try and get a bit of perspective on that. If you look closely, you can see that there's a fair bit of material taken out of that when they failed to replace the chain slider, and it just gouges out your aluminium swing arm like nobody's business. And I'll get back a bit so you can sort of see it in perspective to the whole thing. And yeah, there's a noticeable divot there. Of course, that's no good for your chain. You're going to have less life out of your chain. Hence the reason why it probably spattered. Over the years it was mistreated. But yeah, simple things like that, you know, like little, you got to look at these things when you own a machine. Because you want to, it costs a lot of money and a lot of time and effort to bloody maintain, and if you look after your stuff, you get a fair few years out of it. And I've noticed that with a lot of these parted out bikes. We'll put it this way, you don't see too many parted out bikes that have been looked after, and you know, it goes to show why they were parted out, eh? Anyway, I'll stop carrying on about that, but yeah, for most part this swing arm's good. It's nice and straight, it's not bent. Yeah, the few wear and tear marks where, you know, the chain's rubbed on the aluminium, but all in all, pretty good. I'll give you a sort of bit of a look at this angle. Yep, I can't see anything from that angle, but as you can see, she's pretty straight. And a thing you could do is sit it on a flat surface and put a straight edge on it, and you'll see if there's any bows or anything. I have not done that because that's way too technical, and I haven't done the associated university courses to achieve that. But I've heard that's what you can do. But yeah, mate, when we get her back on the bike, she'll be gleaming. Right, I better go put my knee up. Thanks for boring yourself out of your mind watching me do stuff. And also, happy Australia Day. It's Australia Day today in Australia, believe it or not. They celebrate that there. We get a public holiday, and usually it's a day where Aussies get together and have a barbie have a few stubbies, listen to some good music. Used to be the hottest 100, which is a radio station. It used to be the hottest 100 on Australia Day. It's a bit of a staple in my life, but they changed that due to political correctness. But yeah, look, I'm not political in any way, but I love my country. I love where I was born, and it's a beautiful place to live. So yeah, to all you Aussies out there, happy Australia Day. I appreciate this public holiday that we've received from ScoMo. He's a good dude. Had a beer with him yesterday. He's a good bloke. But yeah, enjoy your day, and don't drink too much. Don't drink and drive, for sure. And get home safe to your families, so we can do it all again next year. Apart from that, I'm going to put my knee up. Thanks for watching.